take a look at that gives some clues into who's buying houses today also kind of reinforces the idea that I've been talking about in this channel, that really just the wealthy are buying homes right now in 2025 and going into 2026. Because when you look at the down payments and how much the down payments have increased, this shows you that only people who really have money are buying. According to Realtor.com, the typical down payment in the third quarter of 2025 was $30,400, which is about $500 higher than it was in Q2 and roughly unchanged from just 1 year ago, which means this trend has been going on for a while now. And the average down payment is about 14.4% of the purchase price. Okay, why does that mean only rich people are buying, Michael? Well, I will tell you. Before the pandemic, in the third quarter of 2019, the typical down payment was $13,900. And so today, it is 118% higher than it was just 6 years ago. So we know most people are not making 118% more money than they were 6 years ago. So what does that tell you? Only people who are very well off financially are the ones who are buying homes. And let's face it, if you're not well off financially right now, you can't even buy because you won't be able to qualify to purchase the house. It's that simple. And so obviously part of the story here is the fact that home prices have shot up over the past 6 years as well. But it's not the full story, guys, because the percentage that people are putting down has also gone up to about 14 to 15% of the purchase price of the home. And if you have an extra 20 or 30 grand laying around to pay for that higher down payment, well, you must be doing pretty good, because a lot of people can barely afford a small emergency right now. As low as $400, definitely $1,000 or more emergency. A lot of people are going to have to dip into savings or dip into a credit card, use some other form of debt to make it even happen. Also, another reason we know that it's mainly the wealthy buying homes is because the typical FICO score in the third quarter was 735, which is the highest level that we've seen in more than a decade, and about 20% higher than the national average. And usually the only way that you're going to have a sizable down payment and have a great FICO score is if you're somebody that earns a lot of money, has no debt, and is responsible with their bills. Because you can earn a lot of money but have a lot of debt and not be responsible, and you won't fit into this category. So it's not just earning a lot, it's also being financially responsible. Another thing to back up my claim is that in the first 7 months of 2025, the sales of homes that were priced at or above $750,000 rose 6% year over year. That's a large jump in just 1 year. And throughout the same time period, in just the last year, lower price sales declined by 3%. So people are buying more expensive homes and they're not buying the less expensive homes. And that data is also reflected in the National Association of Realtors data that we've gone over several times here on the channel, that breaks down the demographic of the houses that are being sold in the United States today are over $500,000, which is completely out of the price range of almost everyone. And buyers who are buying second homes or investment properties have to put down significantly more, averaging almost 27% down of the purchase price, which is nearly twice the typical down payment for a primary residence. And those down payments have now reached on average $84,000 for investment properties and $110,000 for second homes. So once again, who's buying all the real estate, guys? It's pretty obvious right now who's buying and who's not. And once again, I just have to reiterate that this is why you can't pay attention to what's going on with the median home price, because when you have over 50% of the homes selling for more than $500,000, that skews the data tremendously. And you got to understand that a lot of people who own these lower price homes have no incentive to sell them right now. If they sell it, they might be able to get a decent amount of money, but they're not going to be able to afford the next place. So people have to hold on to these houses whether they want to or not. And that leads me to the very last thing, which is that